All right, howdy, folks. We're back in action here. Example 1 on lesson 4-7. If a ship is 420 feet from the base of a cliff, which is 202 feet tall, what is the angle of elevation to the nearest degree from the ship to the top of the cliff? Boom! Mind blown. Okay, so first, like we went over in our intro, you need to start by drawing a picture, and it has to be a right angle of some sort. Remember, angle of elevation. Excuse me while I cough up a lung. That you can review from lesson 4-6 real quick. So if we jump back to 4-6, angle of elevation, here we are. So that angle of elevation is where you're looking up. It's, if you're standing on the ground and you look up, you're making an angle of elevation. Let's see if that helps. All right, so we have a ship that is 420 feet from the base of a cliff. Okay, so we have a ship. And you don't really need to draw a picture of a ship. You could if you really want to. I don't even know how to draw a picture of a ship, but whatever. There's my little boat. There's my ship. And it is 420 feet from the base of a cliff, which is 202 feet tall. So the cliff is 202 feet tall. I have a ship that is 420 feet from the base of the cliff, which is right here, which also is my right angle. And then you can make your triangle by just connecting those. Boom. That would give you your angle of elevation. What is the angle of elevation from the ship? Well, my ship is right here to the top of the cliff. That's this angle right there. That's my angle of elevation. All right, so I'm just going to read that like one more time at least because I need to make sure I've got everything in order. But notice how my picture looks like a right triangle. If a ship is 420 feet from the base, yep, the cliff is that much tall. So the angle of elevation is what we're looking for. So this is my X, this is my question mark. Okay, so step 2. Label that opposite hypotenuse and so on and so forth. Let's use purple for that. So my right angle, so here's my hypotenuse. This is the angle I'm using or looking for. So I have the opposite side over here and the adjacent side down here. Looking at my trig ratios, which one use opposite and adjacent, because that's the information I have here. Opposite and adjacent is tangent. So I'm going to use tangent of x is equal to opposite over adjacent. Tangent of x, because I'm still looking for that angle. I don't know what it is. Opposite was my 202. Adjacent was my 420. Okay, so next we picked our trig ratio. So if missing an angle, which we are, we need to use that inverse trig button. Okay, so I'm just gonna let's go to the calculator. Remember, I'm using a graphing, so I need to check to make sure I am in degree mode, which I am not, as you can see how radian is highlighted. Enter to change that over to degree. So we have to hit the second button to get inverse tan, and then we're gonna do 202 divided by 420. Close, enter. So remember, write that little sentence down so I know that you know what you're doing there. So tan -1 parentheses 202 divide 420 equals 25.6853. 25.6853 ... Yep. Okay, so now just to answer the question, what is the angle of elevation to the nearest degree, which means nearest whole number, which would be, looking at the 6, that tells me to go up, so 26 degrees. So the angle of elevation is 26 degrees. Boom, saucity sauce.